Hey everybody, Hellcracks here. Just welcome back to another Battletech scenario campaign. You have the Westlow Rangers on that side who have been hired by House Steiner to help take care of these rampaging pirates on the edge of their space that have been taking planets. So you've been hired to put a stopgap to them and stop the rampage.
Damn pirates.
So you're not sure exactly what these guys are, but the rumors are that they're doing pretty well against all forces. So, just see how this works out. So over here you have your usual unit. You got basically almost two companies. Battle value is 23,000. That's 23,000 battle value right there of inner sphere goodness. Facing off against these guys of 23,000. 2 stars worth of mechs. All right. Interesting, right? Doesn't seem the same. But it is. All right. So, as you come onto the battlefield, you hear the crackling of the radio. This is Star Commander Mannix of the Jade Falcons. Who commands the enemy forces on this battlefield?
What?
Who is the commander of said battlefield?
Me?
Who's me?
The one talking to you.
Making this hard. I, Star Commander Mannix, challenge thee to a single combat on this battlefield.
Oh, you want to go mano-a-mano?
Yes.
I suppose we can do that.
All right. You'll see my war dog out here with the brown.
Your what?
Waving a hand. He sends up a flare. This is. I'll face you. Who am I facing?
I, Natasha, in the king crab.
Ooh, a king crab. Ouch. All right, so it's going to be a war dog, and you're versus a king crab. So 60 versus 100. This could be interesting. All right. All right. So we'll see in the center of the battlefield, and you see a ping on the battlefield someplace over here.
Okay.
All right. That's where you're going to meet. As soon as we are in range of the duel, will commence.
I won't keep you long.
All right. This is your last chance to surrender your forces to the Jade Falcons.
Surrender? Nuts!
Okay. All right. So, what over here we have? Since we're still early into the thing, you only know these by your inner sphere identification has come through your intel packets. You got basically that's a Blackhawk. You got a Rauken. You got the Vulture. Well, that's the Loki. Another Blackhawk. And a couple Dragonflies. You got a Fenris, Dasher, and Prancer, and Donner and Vixen, right? Okay. No. That's a Koshi. All right. So. That's what you're facing off, and over here you have a Hatchet Man, Catapult, Crusader. Oh, that's a Battlemaster.
Yep.
And Thunderbolt. A Thunderbolt, Warhammer, Goofy Warhammer. Oh, there's your commander. An awesome. You got Marauder. That's a modified Marauder. It looks like a Marauder too, but it's modified.
It's just special.
That's all the special extra armor on it, right? Then you have the Hunchback. That's with the big autocannon.
Yep.
Okay. And Archer, Rifleman, Marauder, Catapult, a Fatless, a Banshee, and 2 Cataphracti. Hey, House Lio is showing up here. All right. So that's the beginning of the battle. We'll be back at the end of turn 1. I don't foresee anybody being able to be in range yet on turn 1, but you never know. Got some fast guys on the battlefield over here. All right, so we'll be back at the end of turn 1. All right, here we are at the end of turn 1. Didn't figure much would happen. This force is moving around over here, and over here we got the light section scouts. They were kind of almost in range with the ER large lasers already, so like, just short. And you guys were like, we got a ways to go, unless you got LRMs. But that's what happened on the first turn. So not much other than jockeying in for position. I see a wave of steel coming this way. That don't look good. I'm gonna just figure out how we can just use our range for our advantage here.
Yeah, we aren't rich enough to have the Steiner Scout Lance, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So we had to settle for what we had.
It's taken time to afford your version of a Steiner Scout Lance. All right, so that's the end of turn 1. And we've got a 10 of hearts, 5 of diamonds, and a queen of spades is on deck. Yes, we use cards instead of rolling for initiative and trying to figure out what units to use. We use a card system, so every card represents a mech. So you just flip it over the cards, and it just means that the 5 of diamonds and the 10 of hearts, they have to move now. Doesn't matter who they are, they move. So it's sped the game up greatly. So instead of hemming and hawing, trying to figure out who moves, you're forced to move. That's the way it works. In our campaigns, speeds the game up greatly. All right, we'll be back at the end of turn 2. All right, we're back at the end of turn 2. Boy, things got interesting, spicy all of a sudden. All right, over here, the duel kicked off with a couple of LRM-20s over to just in range to shoot at, barely missed by 1 of hitting the king crab. So that duel is now in action, and you're like, oh boy, he's shooting at me already. He's got range. And then over here, the hit crew over here shot over here and put 3 large pulse lasers.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's 3 large pulse lasers into the Thunderbolt. Made his pilot check, which was like, I only need a 3. I was like, wait a minute, what kind of guys are you?
Let me toggle the switch so I don't fall over.
Yeah. And then he returned the favor with his...
shot a PPC.
Yeah, with a PPC hit him. And then the catapult...
And the Crusader.
And the Crusader...
15 racks.
Hit him with, what, 4?
Yeah, 3 out of 4 LRM-15s.
Yeah, hit. And then the hit parade just like bam, bam, right into the head and knocked him out.
Well, naturally, if the missiles are coming from above the head, is the first place they're going to hit.
Yeah. So they rained down on him, and he took 2 head hits and...
sleepy time.
And then he failed his pilot check by rolling a 3 and went on the second shot, and he went kaplunk and fell down. So he's now got 3 head hits on him, and he's out cold. So yeah, that's not good. Let's see. Oh, the big guy here, the awesome, put 3 PPCs into him. It's like, wait a minute, you need 9s and 10s? 10s, I think it was, and you hit with 3 of them.
Yeah.
It's like, good God. It's like, you guys rolled a lot of 11s and 12s. Yeah. And over here, it's the same thing. These guys over here unleashed onto the Atlas and proceeded to miss, which stands to reason. It's all at long range for almost everything. And the Atlas turned around and put an LRM-20 into the dash, and he's like, okay, I need like a 9 or a 10. I think it was a 10. And put an LRM-20 into him. It's like, and proceeded to, well, let's just say, there's not much armor left in this guy, and he took a gyro hit because he rolled a floating crit and hit the gyro, but he's still standing, which is amazing. And then who else was it? Oh, the catapult? Archer. Yeah, the Archer put an LRM-15 into him. and then proceeded to help tear off a lot. Wasn't a hard hit, but still tore some armor off of him. So now he's missing his left arm.
Yeah.
His left arm and his right torso are gone. So both arms are gone, which means he just has no weapons.
Oh.
He's got a gyro hit and no weapons. He's well, let's just say he has to disengage him.
Yeah. Imagine that the party bus has no weapons.
Yes. So okay, he is a forced withdrawal on the fire moth right there, Dasher. He's got to leave. Got to leave the battlefield. So he's going to turn around and leave. So, geez, in one turn, 2 mechs are already out of action.
He's going to make like a tree and leave.
Yeah. All right. Did you shuffle these up or anything?
No.
Okay. All right. So that's the end of turn 2. It's already a bloody affair. I got a feeling it's like when you're facing off mercs that have been fighting campaigns for 30 years. Some of them 20, 30 years of campaigning.
When you're facing off people that have been fighting longer than you've been alive, yeah, it's not going to go well for you.
Yeah. Okay, we'll be back with turn 3. Turn 3 on the big red die. We'll be back. All right, here we go. It's the end of turn 3. And over here, the hit parade, you had these guys lay in some shots over here towards the 2 dragonflies up on the hill. And they hit the 1 dragonfly with a couple of PPCs and got a lucky shot. Rolled snake eyes floater crit into the leg and hit a foot actuator, and he fell over. So yeah, from a foot actuator hit. And then they put a couple shots into LRMs into the other dragonfly, tore a bunch of armor off, but he's doing pretty good. No internals over there. They shot over and tried to hit the Atlas and the Cataphract, and you took what, a SRM6 streak and a couple ER medium lasers and I think a large laser, but you made your pilot. You're good. Over here, this Dasher fire moth took off, ran this direction, made his pilot check to get out of the area, and didn't fall over because he does have a gyro hit. So he's disengaging. He has no arms left, so he's got to leave. Over here with the duel, they were like, oh, well, I can't see you. So the duel is continuing. Over here, the Ryokan Stormcrow rolled up, is going to laid some heavy fire into the hatchet man right there. Hit him with 4 pulse lasers and a streak. You made your pilot check to stand, and you turned around and hit him with a large laser with a floating crit in the center torso and did 2 gyro hits.
Mm-hmm.
So it was not equal for amount of damage. So he fell down onto the ground. And then these guys opened up and put a can of whoop ass on the Blackhawk right there, the Nova, and tore a bunch of armor off, but he's still standing. Amazingly. How that happened, I don't know. But let's see. Yeah. But he did, what did he lose? Well, he took an engine hit. Yeah, he took 1 engine hit. So something with a floating crit got into the mix. So yeah, those floating crits are hurting. Gotta quit rolling those snake eyes. All right, so and then they fired and hit the Warhammer, put a bunch of some ER medium lasers and some pulse shots into him, but he's still standing with no problem. So that was pretty much it. We didn't get in quite into the juicy innards. Took a lot of armor off of you, but didn't quite get into the mix. It's just those floating crits are hurting.
Yeah,
it's like,
crits hurt.
Yeah. All right, so that's the end of turn 3. We're moving on to turn 4 on the big red die. All right, we'll be back. That is the end of turn 4. Over here we had the Crusader and the Catapult using the Thunderbolt as a spotter, dropped in a bunch of LRM 15s and hit the Blackhawk Nova, and he's laying on the ground because he took lost one torso and an engine hit on the other side, so that killed him right there. The Hatchet Man, he unloaded with a couple medium lasers and a hatchet attack into the back of the laying down Ryokan. Did some damage there, gave him an engine hit, which put him 5 more up on the heat scale because he had fired over here and put 4 medium pulse lasers and a Streak 6 into the Thunderbolt and did what, 2 engine hits and a gyro?
Yeah.
Right? Just shot him to heck. Punched right on through to the other side and left him having a bad day with rolled boxcars for a number of crits. He's like, yes, that was bad for you. Let's see. Then the interesting thing is that the Warhammer here with this is Siege or Krieg? Krieg.
Yeah.
Your oldest pilot.
Yep.
He looked at that immobile Loki right there and goes, I'm going to do aim shots at him with my large lasers, and punched 3 large lasers into the head. Who has already had no armor in the head.
He had, what, 1 hit point left?
Yeah.
Shot it at 4 weapons, and if literally any one would do him in, and I hit with 3 out of the 4.
Yeah. And it's like, end of that day real quick. Good shooting, I guess. Yeah. And then over here we had the duel. We
don't want to talk about it.
What are you trying to say? You came on the wrong end of the stick on that one? Hit with some 2 pulse lasers, 2 LRM-20 into the crab, and the crab turned around and hit with a large laser. It's like, I thought you Freebursts were better pilots than this. You're obviously pathetic. It was good to do the challenge. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna beat you down. And over here, the Cataphract fired into the Blackhawk. Blackhawk fired into the Cataphract. Pretty much equal footing for amount of damage with each other. It's like a couple medium lasers on both sides, I think. And you had an AC-10, I think.
No, I think that one missed too.
Oh, yeah. It's minimal damage on both sides.
All the AC-10.
That was kind of the pillow fight of the battle. The worst thing was that the Atlas fired over here at the Koshi and the Mistlinks and hit with what was it, his LRM-20 and a PPC, right? And the end result was, oh yeah, max damage for the LRM. And since he was partial cover behind the little hill right there, 20 points of damage went into the hill. So I was like, darn it. It's like I took a little plinky damage and the rest is like, that would have been bad on the legs. But no, it missed completely. Over here, you can see where the Ice Ferret, he came running around expecting to see some guys hiding around. Those guys got the heck out of Dodge, went on the other side of the woods to get away from the Ice Ferret. He had nothing to shoot at, but he put a long-range shot towards with his ER large laser over here and barely missed. And then the Cataphract fired into the Dragonfly there, did a little bit of damage to him. And then these 4 numbskulls right here all opened up on that poor Dragonfly there, number 2. And shot one torso out, shot the leg off. He falls, and in the process of falling, he takes another engine hit from the fall and took himself out. So
Rifled through his pockets and took his lunch money.
yeah. So yeah, that was not a good deal. It's like they thought mobility. It's like you needed some really high numbers to hit them, but still you're rolling 10s, 11s, and 12s. It's like what can you do against such reckless hate? Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty much the end of turn 4. We'll move on to turn 5. And all these guys right here are all looking like num over there. And that just leaves this guy kind of just plinked a little bit, and then that guy over there a little bit of plinkage damage. And then the Irish ferret back there, he hasn't been shot, so 3 of them are in good condition. One's kind of shot up, and then one guy laying on the ground. So yeah, it's not looking good. And then you got the duel looking at. You just, what's that scratch?
Come closer.
I don't think so, Tim.
Make it easier for me to hit, please.
All right, we'll be back with turn 5. All right, here we go. It's the end of turn 5. And over here, the Hatchet Man unleashed into the poor little Ryukon Stormcrow right there. Shot him up a little bit, hatcheted him. And then the Stormcrow unleashed into the flank of the Battlemaster and hit with some pulse lasers and his streaks. He's doing pretty good for a guy laying around, just hanging out. And over here, the Thunderbolt, who's all shot up, decided to just put some flamers into and heated up the poor Stormcrow that's just laying there. And the end result was that the hatchet attack, or there was a hit into the, not a hatchet attack, but a hit.
Medium laser
to the head, which took out the 2 crits, took out the life support. And so he hit him with the flamers and caused, due to excess heat, poor little guy took an extra hit and he's knocked out due to heat. Like, gold, darn it. You can't win for losing, so he's knocked out right now. He's snoozing. Over here, these 2 guys unleashed some PPCs into the back of said Nova Blackhawk, and he just ate it because he was fresh, pretty much. Cataphract gave damage on the front, and then he kicked him and kicked his leg out from underneath him, and he fell. So that's why he's laying on the ground. It was during the melee phase. Over here, the Atlas put a PPC into the Koshi, and he did not like that. That hurt. And then the Marauder put a couple PPCs over here, did some damage on this center torso. And then the Archer put some medium lasers into the back of the Dragonfly. But he tried to kick him in the melee phase and missed, but he didn't fall. So he didn't fail that epically. And then you had the conga line running around the woods right here. The Fenris, he put some shots into the Hunchback, and then the Catapult put some medium lasers into the Fenris, and then the Hunchback hit him with an AC-20 with enough damage from the AC-20 alone and knocked him on the ground. So he failed his pilot check, so he's laying on the ground right there. But everybody was far enough away so they couldn't kick him. So kicked the poor guy while he's down. What kind of people are you?
Civilized people.
Yeah, civilized. But the big thing was Mr. Vulture jumped up or ran around and got into the flank and shot into the flank of the poor little King Crab and hit him with some 2 LRM-20s for almost max damage each, and then 2 pulse lasers. So he took pretty like 50, almost about 50 damage, 54 I think it was. Yeah, and then that pissed off the commander so much he ordered his guys over here. So you had a Battlemaster, an Awesome, and a Crusader, and a Catapult jumped into the fray and unleashed a lot of damage into Mr. Vulture. You broke the honor code. What
Who cares?
So, yeah, you can't trust an Inner Sphere dog at all. That's all I gotta say.
How many mechs can I buy with honor? None.
No. You got to survive the battle to be able to enjoy the spoils of war, right? Okay, so that's the end of turn 5. Moving on to turn 6 on the big red die, and we'll be back. Alright, over here you had the flame-throwing Thunderbolt with a small short-range weapons. Killed the pilot over there. Hey, what's that head doing? I'll just stick a flamer in the head and do some damage, a little bit of machine gun fire, and it's like small lasers.
Yeah, then Loki's just going to look at it and be like, what the hell happened to this bag?
Yeah. It just cooked him. It's like cooked him right out of his basket. And over here, the Warhammer and the Marauder. Mostly the Marauder shot over here, didn't he?
Yeah.
He shot that thing, put a
2 PPCs into it.
Yeah, knocked a bunch of its armor off. Took out a torso, and it's like not looking good. Over here, this Warhammer unleashed in this Cataphract unleashed into the the archer over there. That archer all unleashed over here and shot the leg off of it, and he falls and proceeded to end himself. Not good. It's like took out the center torso with a crit, so that was, he lost a torso, and then he took a center torso crit hit and took him out. And over here, the duel was sort of continuing. You had the Vulture took and shot a bunch of shots into the. You got hardly any armor left on that.
One of the arms has no armor.
Yeah.
So all you need to do is hit the arm, and the arm might have disappeared. But after you took the armor, you never hit the arm again.
Yeah, I know. It's like that was, and then they proceeded to shot back at him along with this hatchet man right here. Shot the Vulture and cored out the torso, hit the ammo, and hit ammo in one of the torsos. It blew up, so get 2 engine hits there, and then they put another, and the King Crab put a engine hit on him in the center, and it took him out. So engine hit, dead. Let's see. And then over here you had Crusader and a catapult unleashed into the Fenris right there. Took a bunch of its armor off. And then over here you had a catapult and a Banshee and a rifleman shot at him and hit him in the back, and forced the catapult hit him in the leg, gave him a foot actuator and a leg actuator hit, and everybody else took a bunch of damage and 2 engine hits on him. Took in the back, because there's no armor there. Then he took 2 engine hits there, and then he had to make 3 pilot checks due to the foot actuators incident, and he failed one, and he fell and hit himself in the head and killed himself.
Doinked himself off the side of the hill.
Yeah, he killed himself by falling on his own head. That was
slipping in the bathtub. Terrible way to go.
Yeah. So the only thing,
the awesome there.
Oh yeah, and the awesome shot the Dragonfly with 3 PPCs, right?
2 of them into one single location.
Yeah, it's like, and went out the backside, and it's like there's no more torso left, no more front torso, no more back torso. Cored him out like it was nothing. That was bad. So the only thing that's left on the battlefield is one little Koshi, aka Miss Lynx. That's the only thing left on the board. He's fast, sorta. Yeah. Yep. He's still got his fresh legs, so he can probably get out of here. Sorta. So that's the end of turn 6. We're moving on to turn 7. All right. Turn 7. There we go. Turn 7. We'll be back. All right, here we go. It's the end of turn 7. It was a bloodbath, sadly to say. The poor little Miss Lynx Koshi ran over here trying to get away. These guys opened up on it with some PPCs and hammered a bunch of armor off of him, and then the archer back here hit him with some LRMs, took all the armor off the back, and then this Atlas, Mr. Fatless, unleashed into him and hit him with a full rack of LRM 20 and his the PPC.
Yeah.
Just cored him right out the back and did this is a sad thing. At the very last shot, hit him with 11 crits. He just disintegrated.
Does nothing all game. Gets 11 crits on the final shot.
Yeah. Like, couldn't hit the broadside of the bar in the entire game and his final shot. 11 crits just from his LRMs because it just cascaded through the whole body.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's the end of the game. You don't get to take any salvage back because your boss man, Mr. House Steiner, said, Federated Commonwealth said, hey, that's all ours.
I mean, the vulture's torso is disconnected from its owner, so we can just nick that and run off with it.
You'd sort of notice these things, especially they're the ones that are giving you the transportation around. Good job. Your first engagement helped them get a little salvage off the battlefield, and guess what? You're moving on to other forces around here. Maybe you can help stop losing this planet.
Oh boy.
You're not done yet.
Nothing like failing upwards.
Yes. All right, so that's the end of the game. Yeah. There's something to be said about just sheer amount of steel. It's like, yes, battle value's nice, but when you look at it, it's like it was like 18 mechs. It's like, okay, that's a lot of Succession Wars style mechs just running around the battlefield. It's this sheer amount of firepower coming their direction, and something's gonna stick.
Yeah, how like the King Crab. How much damage you throw at it, and
Still,
none of it went internal.
Yeah, it's like 3 turns in a row, almost doing 50 points of damage.
And he's like, whatever.
He was like, I'll just shrug it off. It just soaked it right up. It's a 100-tonner. That's what they do. That's what an assault does. I was like, just kept dishing it out. Kept dishing it out. I wasn't missing. I was just like that entire duel. He did not miss once.
I was also like making it hard for you not to miss.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, you're getting close. I want to be able to make it easier for me to hit.
Yeah.
So I'm just walking.
And then finally, then you turned around and said, SWAT. Say, hey, you're getting a little getting close to the juicy parts. Then you said, shoot him up. Just when I was about ready to.
It's the heat of battle, and you have an awesome pilot who's just like, I want something to shoot. Oh, there's something really close to shoot. He's going to shoot it because he has bloodlust.
Yeah, okay. Just when I was about ready to start kicking you around the battlefield, and he's like, oh, can't have that. All right.
He's just lucky my hatchet man wasn't the one that accepted the challenge.
Yeah. The hatchet man would have been toast.
Yeah.
He would have taken the hatchet man down and nothing flat. All right, so that's the end of it. We'll be back for another battle hopefully soon with this campaign.
Who knows?
All right. It was good. All right. We'll talk to you later. Greg's out.